on Sunday and Wednesday with warm sunshine in between. Big breakfast news 8:06. Back to Johnny and Liza.
Thank you, my Lord O'News.
Thank you very much, Phil.
Thank you, ma'am.
Oh, Phil Gale, ladies and gentlemen, he's here for the next
Lovely.
54 minutes. I'm going to crack straight in there with the papers because we're already 6 minutes in. Normally at this point it takes a while. Yes, indeed. Let's take a look at today's papers. The Daily Mail, first of all. Alison and Kaylee are holding that. Shotgun farmer jailed for his own safety. The man accused of murdering a teenage thief is returned to jail because police could not guarantee his security. Apparently there have been threats. The Star there. Let's go to the Star, please, if you can flick across, Sean. The Star, Sean.
Star, yeah.
It's the Star. It's time to go, says Zoe. She quits Radio 1. Zoe walked out yesterday. She's not on air this morning. She's gone. Ooh. Just kidding. She's going to... It's nothing that sudden. Apparently she's going to leave in about March.
April time.
Yeah, anyway.
Do you want some
April.
babies, be a housewife?
Yeah. Mirror. Choom, did you say? Yes. That's all right. Choom. Daily Mirror question. Mr. Lilly, did you have an affair with Mr. Portillo? Answer. I find homosexuality as unappetizing as eating cardboard. See, I found that a bit of an odd analogy. Yeah. It's not the first thing that sprang to my mind. It's like, I find it as appetising as putting on a French maid's outfit and rolling around in pig slurry. Frankly, homosexuality, I like that about as much as I'd like my buttocks sanded with emery paper. Frankly,
suck on an orange.
You can imagine that. And it's also interesting to know more about Portillo's sexual transformation. But I was wondering how that actually happens. How, you know, I don't know, as a 20-year-old student, or however old he was as a student, one day he likes blokes, and he wakes up the next morning, suddenly, I don't know all that bloke stuff. I think I was being a bit naive and foolish.
You know what? I think I'll get married.
I think I'll get married right now and find myself a nice girl. It just strikes me a bit odd. You think? Has anyone ever had anything similar happen to them? No, seriously, perhaps I'd like to share. Have any of you gone to bed... Has any of you gone to bed after a day practising homosexual activity and woken up the next day just lusted after the girls? Has anyone had that in the crew? No. Harry?
Come
I know you're a
on.
jazz musician.
It's all the same in the dark, Johnny.
It does, it's all the same in the dark, exactly right. You sleazy old jazzer.
God, you know what? I like that.
King of the swingers. Red shirts and black slacks. Do you know what? I'm going to... that's enough Portillo as well.
Yeah,
I'm going to get in there. Here we go.
Yeah.
Wait. Donkey took fancy to ass. A randy donkey tried to have a bonk at an agricultural show with a human spectator. Now, a terrier mounting up on your leg is one thing.
Yeah.
But, I mean, donkey... You know, I mean, it's actually...
That's quite some strength,
that's a bit of a different thing.
Tensile strength.
Yeah, that's beyond red lipstick. The animal, called Piglet, tried to mount a fat man after apparently being attracted by his builder's bum.
Maybe he was in season.
Yeah, really in season. That donkey must have been so randy. But anyway, farmer Willie Poole, who saw the incident... Willie Poole. It is true.
Willie
Poole. That's true. Willie Poole. And his address is Willie Poole. Willie Poole is where he lives. The man was pinned by the donkey's forelegs and it started to bite his neck. I tell you, that is a love bite. He had a hard job explaining away. Massive hickey. A donkey's going to leave there. The donkey's owner was in tears. She said, "Isn't it awful? He always does this." But he attracted by the large figure and builder's bum. I don't know if watercolour challenge is going to Yorkshire, Matt. Matt Mills, of course, does a lot of the camera work on watercolour challenge. But, avoid agricultural shows, I would think, Matt.
Too much. You've gone too far.
I've gone too far.
Again.
OK. Anyway, one last bit on Portillo.
Right.
It mattered not whether they wore pearls, hearing aids, tongue studs or Ray-Bans. Tories young and old in Kensington and Chelsea yesterday endorsed Michael Portillo as their next MP.
Hurrah!
That's good. But among all the support, there was one dissenting voice piped up from the Feeney Arms pub. Home, of course, of George Best. The former footballer and one of Chelsea's most famous residents said he could never bring himself to vote for Portillo. He says, not after saying he was gay, no way, I'm a man's man. think exactly that policy probably got Portillo in the trouble in the first place. This is Luciano Pavarotti, the Italian tenor, admitted yesterday he had mixed up his Italian roots when he claimed he was incontinent. Pavarotti was in Belfast for a concert at Stormont tomorrow night. Had been describing his new diet of nothing but fruit. He says, beginning to start a very strict diet. He says, no bread, no pasta, no fat. He said, adding, when it comes to food, I'm unable to be contained. I am incontinent. Is what he said in his speech. He got the word wrong. He actually meant to say uncontrollable. Can you imagine when you're at a gig and Pavarotti, who's a big man, starts to tell you he's incontinent. You run.
You don't hang around.
It's like, he's gonna blow!
Whack a thin mint.
OK. One more thing on Portillo, actually.
Okay.
Remember on Wednesday we appealed for girls doing the 60s-style pose? Yeah, that we think sort of died out. It used to say joy on a summer holiday, didn't it?
Yeah, fabulous.
Well, look, we've got one here. Have a look. That is Portillo in Gay Paris when he was a kid. Wow. When he was a student. Look, he's doing the pose. Isn't that fantastic? I can't
Actually,
believe
I'll tell you what, that's a great suit.
It's a lovely suit, but to me it says, come on, Peter, let's have a disco. OK, that's enough of that. Right, do you know...
I love that.
Yeah, well, that advert.
Yeah.
It's so
Have
funny.
you seen that advert with the black and white trousers on? And that's how he dances.
Just does like that.
You
But
must have
he looks
seen
so cash, doesn't he, while he's doing it?
All the way through.
1 in every 500 telephone connections to the internet, reports the Daily Telegraph, is to be monitored under government proposals. To extend surveillance powers to the web. The plans are outlined in a government consultation document and require internet service providers to have facilities to intercept one telephone line in every 500 that they operate. Do we think it's a good thing?
Yeah.
It's a good thing, honestly.
Yeah.
It's heavier than anywhere else in the world, that kind of surveillance.
Yeah, good.
Ed, you enjoy that, our leader. More control. Yeah, it's a good thing.
Of course I do.
I think it is as well. You've got nothing to hide. What have you got to be frightened about?
Exactly.
What have you got to be frightened about at all? I think everyone in this country should give the police a set of their house keys. Seriously, the police can come and go as they please in the house. Seriously, if you're not doing anything wrong, what have you got to hide? They should be able to just come out to your bedroom any time. As long, as long as you're having sex with someone over 16, doesn't matter. You've got nothing to hide. They should be able to come and watch you.
They're still recruiting from society, John.
Sorry. I think there should be closed-circuit television in every single lavatory. Absolutely. Seriously, if you're not doing drugs, you've got
So
nothing to
does
hide.
Martin.
Nothing to hide. ID cards, the lot. I really think. I think every human should be shadowed by a copper. It's got nothing to hide, doesn't really matter. And also, for all these unsolved crimes that are happening at the moment, I think that everyone in the country should send in statements of what they were doing on any night the police chooses. At any time, everyone has to send them in. And they just arrest anyone who doesn't write in, because they're obviously guilty. Oh, hang on, there is one more Portillo here.
All right.
This is, have a look at this. Wow. How about that? You should have seen the one that got away. Pet lover George Watson opens a boutique with a bit of bite tomorrow, selling designer gear for devil dogs. Rottweiler and pit bull owners can buy metal spiked collars, protective coats and leatherware.
Wow,
Leather dog.
You can get some chaps for Harvey.
Yeah, some just dogs in leather. Oh, go give him a pat. He loves it really hard. Really pat him like that. Right in his leather suit. Maybe not. I'm getting a bit carried away this morning. The last one for you. There's one avenue of facial hair I haven't celebrated yet.
Which is that?
Oh, have a look at this. Is David Hyman, 69. Have a look. Look at those eyebrows. You see, I think eyebrows outrank mutton chops. I'm not being funny, but I think a good set of eyebrows. Those are beautiful. That's David Hyman, 69. Right, we've got Hollywood Heartthrob. Do you know, I'm out of time.